Once you master the 11 dimensions of the universe, reality reveals itself and you can get anything you want. First of all, good morning. It's springtime, so I can get back outside. And I was wondering, have you ever felt frustrated with how slow things can move in your life? Have you sat there and you're thinking, damn, why can't my goals and desires happen faster? Is this or that ever going to happen? I'm sick of waiting. Whether it's financial struggles and your future goals of more money, your desire for a new house, a dream vacation, or the desire for love and relationship, we've all felt trapped by the limitations of time in the tangible world. Haven't you felt like you're imprisoned by linear time itself, moving at a snail's pace towards a future where our wishes may not even come true? But what if there's a way to break free? What if you could harness the scientific insights of Albert Einstein and all these other physicists to tap into the 11 dimensions of the universe, bending your reality and time itself to achieve your desires faster and easier? Imagine mastering all 11 dimensions of the universe that Einstein and all of these guys researched. Imagine gaining the ability to shape your future with godlike level of control. What if I could show you how the other 8 dimensions work, not just the one we're stuck in, so you could get everything you want with mathematical certainty? Well, get ready, because once you master these 11 dimensions, everything changes. Now, first, before we start turning into deities like ancient civilizations and religions were describing, and we're shaping reality from higher dimensions, let's just start at ground zero. Dimension zero is essentially a point with no length, no width or height. It's a singular location in space. And then next is the first dimension, which introduces length. Connecting 2 points gives us a line representing the first dimension where only forward and backward movements are possible. Then, introducing width to length, we enter the second dimension. Here we have 2-dimensional shapes with area but no volume. And then by adding height or depth to a 2-dimensional shape, we create 3-dimensional objects, like our physical time-space that we live in right now. And this is what brings us to the 4th dimension. Time is the 4th dimension. And this is where we're stuck. 3rd-dimensional space with 4th-dimensional linear time. And this is where we're imprisoned to only move forward in time and at a very slow pace. But there's another way to live, and it begins in the 5th dimension. The 5th dimension introduces parallel universes and alternative timelines where you could explore different outcomes and realities. Like, for example, in the 5th dimension, there's a parallel universe where you have everything that you want in your life, all your prayers that you're currently wishing for, they already exist on an alternative timeline. And if you know the secrets of the 11 dimensions of the universe, like Albert Einstein and these physicists have pointed out, you can enter one of these parallel realities, and then you can experience everything that you desire right now. You don't have to wait for linear time. Your future dreams are already present facts in an alternative timeline. So once you enter the 5th dimension and beyond, you can shift your reality like an ancient deity. You can perform miracles like when Jesus fed the masses and when he made the mountains move. It's pretty crazy to actually think about it, the reality of Jesus making mountains move was already happening in a parallel time or an alternative reality. And his mind was in this world, but it wasn't imprisoned by it. He could perform these things that we call miracles, but Jesus himself said that you can do all the same things and even greater miracles. So then higher dimensions that Einstein was pointing to, where we can tell the mountains to move and then the material world will obey our command, is available to you. And in the sixth dimension, the concept of parallel universes, it gets expanded even more. And it's allowing you to choose between any possible universe with the same starting conditions as ours. Like, for example, you're Joe Schmo or Billy Bob, and you make $40,000 a year, you're $27,000 in debt, you work 50 hours a week, but you can never get ahead financially. Or maybe you're Susie somebody. Hey, Susie. And you haven't been able to make your dreams come true. Well, that's only one out of an infinite alternative realities and timelines. There's a parallel reality where you actually just made your first $1 million. You bought your dream house in cash or whatever else you personally desire. Any possible future reality that you can think of or desire, it's already happening in a parallel timeline. It's already happening now. It's not hopefully, maybe in the future it will come. It's already here now. It's just outside of the spectrum of visible light that our five senses can perceive. It's pretty cool to think about, right? That's why I love training my mind to think of these higher dimensions. Because the thing is, it's already there. Science has already proven it. And if you can convince yourself to think from these dimensions, you can totally shape your personal reality here and now. And the best way to do it, in my experience, is reprogramming your subconscious mind with a success hypnosis to eliminate those negative belief systems in our subconscious that have imprisoned us. So I have a free success hypnosis MP3. Don't get it now, because this is where you can tap into these godlike powers as we move through these next dimensions. But my free success hypnosis, you can click right here. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description. And if your mind's starting to get blown, give me a like on this video. You can let me know down below, and let's move on to the next journey. So my friend, after that, we're now in the seventh dimension with infinite possible universes, and each have their own starting conditions, and it's giving us limitless exploration. It's basically like lucid dreaming at that point. And then after that, we have the eighth dimension. So we're moving beyond physical form, where you're basically a light body or pure soul, but you can move into physical form at will. We have full telepathy and anything else that you could possibly imagine. And then we have the 9th, 10th, and 11th dimensions, where basically your mind gets blown. And we don't even need to go there in this video. In the 9th, 10th, and 11th dimensions, we begin to enter realms we can't even adequately describe in human language. But the thing is, are you mind blown? Right? I'm not trying to come across like I've mastered all these dimensions and I can just snap my finger and $100 billion has appeared to me from another dimension. I mean, I guess it's possible in theory due to the science behind these 11 dimensions, but so far, I haven't quite figured out the $100 billion finger snap technique. If you do, be sure to reach out to me and give me my commissions. But what does this all mean, right? It means that everything you could ever desire already exists now. You're only limited by the degree to which your thinking is controlled by your five senses and your environment. So if you think at the level of your environment, or if you think in accordance to what your five senses are telling you, then you will miss the secret. We have to move beyond the senses and access this higher dimensional thinking. And I realized my limit was my own subconscious and childhood beliefs. And I needed to erase those thought patterns. That's the only thing that stops us from tapping into these next dimensions. It's kind of exciting. And then the question is, how far are you willing to prove this to yourself? At the time when I learned all this, I was 22 years old. I was totally broke. I wanted to be a big, successful author, but all the publishing companies said no to me. And I had a choice, like, do I quit? I was thinking maybe I'll give up and then I'll go back to college and go study literature. And then when I'm older, I'll become an author, right? That was where I was. But if you think about it, there's another parallel reality where I had everything I want. And so I did a thought experiment. Could I convince my mind to live in these higher dimensions and bring them to reality here? So I created success hypnosis for myself and I started training my mind. And do you know what ended up happening? By the time I was 25 years old, I was a millionaire with 3 published books with the #1 English publishing company in the world, Penguin Random House. It happened 10, 20 years faster than I ever hoped that maybe it could happen. And this is the power that you have to control time and space with your God-given gifts. We're only limited by how deeply we've been programmed in our subconscious minds. So you can use my free Success Hypnosis MP3 to erase all that matrix programming. Now, the question is, what would your life look like if you could convince yourself to think like this all day long and live in these higher dimensions? How much money would you like to earn? Where would you want to live? What would you want your house to look like? What kind of car would you drive? What would your family life look like and your relationships? These things already exist in an alternative timeline. So you can click right here to get my free Success Hypnosis, or it's in the description, or it's pinned as the top comment. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. Let me know. Do you think you might be capable of more than you imagine? What do you think of today's video? What dimension of mind and consciousness are you living in right now? And I'd love to know. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button on it, subscribe, bell notification. I woke up extra early and my hands are a little cold. So if you enjoy this video, let me know in the comments right there down below and I'll keep making some more outdoor videos. And you can click right here to watch another one now.